Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Anyways, I just want to let you know that it is now time for Bitcoin. Basically what happened, I will get into the math at the end of the video for those of the nerds out there who want to know how I figure this stuff out. But basically, I look at a graph of the market cap dominance of Bitcoin, and we just had the first indications of a trend reversal. Also on Bitcoin's graph, we also had a switch from negative to positive on the daily. What does this mean? Basically, anytime Bitcoin takes off, the other altcoins are not going to be able to do anything. So majority of our altcoins are going to peak out in the next 24 hours, and that's going to be the end of their run. The last time this happened with Bitcoin ran for 22 days, basically before the altcoins were able to take off again. So because basically what's happening, right? Because Bitcoin is moving so fast. Everyone who has money in these other smaller market cap coins, they see Bitcoin moving fast and people start FOMOing into Bitcoin and they start selling off their altcoins. What happens because of that is a lot of these altcoins, they start to fall off. Now, they're not going to fall that much and it's going to be over a period of time. So like some people, like if you want to just hold your altcoins through this, like it'll eventually come back to that peak and surpass it. This is just like if you want to make extra money during this period of however long it's going to be. Basically what I've noticed is that these periods between when it's like Bitcoin favor and then altcoin favor is during this run that we've been seeing, they alternate about once a month. So like there's plenty of money to be made, you know, in both. Like you can just kind of flip back and forth between Bitcoin to the alts, to Bitcoin to the alts. All right, so the last time that this happened, Bitcoin, it was around December 11th until the beginning of January, and Bitcoin did over 100% during that period. Are we going to see something like that again? It'd be great. Let's see. You can also, like if you wanted to maximize your gains, you could play with Bitcoin Up, which is available on Binance, which is like a leveraged gain. So they give you about 1.5 to 3 times whatever Bitcoin is doing. So instead of just getting whatever that gains for that period would be, you would get 3 times that. But it oscillates. They kind of vary it per day. So Binance is one of the platforms with kind of a leverage gain. And there's a few other platforms that you can play with if you wanted to buy Bitcoin and then play with a little bit more gains. You could also pick up a perpetual futures contract for Bitcoin during this period if you wanted to. For those who are interested in the math, I'm going to get into it now.
All right, so we're looking at a graph of Bitcoin market cap dominance. So what does that mean? Basically, this is the percentage of the whole entire crypto market that is held in Bitcoin, okay? So basically the higher percentage Bitcoin has, basically that means all of the money in the crypto market is in Bitcoin, or majority of it, okay? So remember I was talking about that last run that happened around December 11th, right? So I'm talking about this run that happened here, okay? So basically, this run, you see how Bitcoin's market cap dominance was steadily increasing over this period. And it actually peaked out right up here at about 74, 73%. Okay. Now, since then, it has been falling. All right. So whenever Bitcoin's market cap dominance falls, it is what we call alt season. All right. So anytime it's going down, that's the period when the alts can take off. So like during this period right here, we had a huge takeoff in the altcoins. And then they didn't really do much during this period. And then over the last month again, they've been booming. All right. So how do I know that this trend is starting to reverse and that we're about to have this upward movement? It's right here. Okay. So if we look at the first and the second derivative, all right? So in the last video, up here, you guys can look at it, where I talked about how I come up with these. Basically, here, if we look at right here, our second derivative of the line, it closed positive. So this is the first time that this has happened right here in about a month. We've been in alt season basically for this entire period, from like the 29th of March until 29th of April. So it's about a month. Each of these periods, they typically last about a month. All right. So how long is this period going to last for? I'm not sure. But what I do need to know is that this entire run, since it's been falling for so long, at a minimum, it's got to retrace, right? It's got to come up. So we're probably looking at about a month of Bitcoin favor. All right. And then now the other thing is, how do we know Bitcoin is ready to take off? Okay. So here, this line that we're looking at, right? This line, this black line right here, that basically this black line has been a support line for Bitcoin. All right. This is a historical support line. Basically, like it's been holding the trend. You see, like it came up, it bounced, it hit it, it came up. It broke this. So this is like the period when we had this crash the last few days. Okay. But then it came back in. And you see this right here? We have a very beautiful tap along the support line. So whenever you see that, like a very clean tap on the support line, that means that the support held. All right. So Bitcoin is able to go back up. Also, if you look down here, the first and the second derivatives are positive on Bitcoin. So we're going up. Yeah, so get into the market. Those altcoins are not going to do so well right now. I've looked at a bunch of them historically. Almost all of them do nothing during this period or they fall, whereas Bitcoin is about to take off.
If you like the content, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe and share this with your friends. See you guys soon.